What is going on, everybody, and welcome to Puckin Around. My name is Jordan. You may know me as Shot Props. Joining me, as usual, Tyson, aka Spittin' Picklets.
I don't know. At this point, can we say at usual? Because it just seems like you have custody of Ray and I, and just on opposite show days. Because
You're not allowed to
he
be on
can't
the same
make
show
it
together.
No, apparently not. I mean, I'll own up. I didn't watch last show, so I didn't know whether you were like, oh yeah, we're expecting Spittin', but Spittin' slept till 10:04, so he missed the show by 4 minutes. I mean, I have to edit the stanchies every night. That keeps me up till about 2, 3 in the morning, and so I apologize. But I'm here today.
It is all good. We made it work. We had, I believe, we went 4-3. Jack Eichel hurt me. He had one taken away. Stat corrected. It happens, but yeah, it could have been a really good night.
I go one show off, and Ray's completely changed, man. Now he's taking 2+ points on a play. Like,
he took Leon.
Who the hell is this guy?
And no points for Leon. So he learned his lesson, I guess.
I didn't mean to say that to make Ray look bad, but I just that's just a crazy move from Ray. I thought we were together on not playing the 2+ points, but looks like I'm by myself.
We're finding lots of value in other areas as well, though. We had some point props that hit. We had Patty Kane came through for us. We had Alex Lyon under saves. We got a little bit of help. Hopefully, Alex is okay. He left with an injury. But
you never cheer for injuries. But I mean, like, if you bet the under, you're like, okay, hopefully he's back next game. But
yeah. So we wish him the best, but that one was a nice cash. And then last night, did you have anything last night? Oh, and we got a special guest here as well.
Yo,
we made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the show, you probably know who Walla is. Walla, where can people follow your work just in case they don't know who you are?
Yeah, I'm on X at WallaBets, WALLABETS. I do work for props.cash, so if you ever look at the NHL articles there, I put those together. And I have a Discord as well, the Mosh Pick, where a bunch of us hang out and chat and stuff. So yeah, those are the places where you can find me.
Amazing. And Walla is here to help us look through today's NHL slate. We got a lot of games to get to. We were just about to get started with the first game. You ready to dive in, Walla?
Yeah, let's do it.
Beautiful. All right. And before we jump into the numbers, I should say, if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, retweet, all that good stuff helps us out, lets us know you're digging it. And if you are here, feel free to be active in the chat. Questions, comments, plays. We want to make this as interactive as possible. All right. So first up on today's slate, we have the Buffalo Sabres taking on the Ottawa Senators. Senators a -165 money line favorite at home. Buffalo allowing the 6th most goals against Ottawa, shooting a ton. Top 10 on the year, 29.6 shots per game. Sabres, 12th most shots against on the season. And they are also a tremendous target for centers, 2nd most to the position group on the year. We'll jump into some more recent numbers as well. And Spittin's got some numbers for some player props. For your goalies, no information on the Buffalo side. Forsberg likely for Ottawa. Yeah, Spittin', you have your sheet ready. We'll go to that, and
Heck
then we
yeah,
can jump
I
into
do.
props.
Somebody's got to share their screen, though. Not naming names, but here we go. Bang.
He's just getting it ready, folks.
There we go.
All right, I got you.
Okay, let me know when I'm up.
You are live.
Right on. Well, I mean, we've seen kind of Buffalo play a lot better lately, except they're not great on the road. 7-11-2. They've won one straight 4-5-1. That's a lot better than 0-14. But Ottawa's starting to slip. They had a comfortable lead on that second wild card position. Now they've lost it to Montreal. They've lost 3 straight. But they're pretty good at home, 10-6-1. No side has a favorite in terms of historical data, but the over is hitting 6 straight games. The only problem is, I mean, you see Ottawa here, 1-7-2 to the over 6. Whereas, I mean, Buffalo's been scoring or getting scored on, so they've been cashing the over. But, yeah, what breaks here? We can take a look at props.cash now.
Absolutely.
Well, any player props stand out to you in this one that you want us to take a look at?
Yeah, actually. But before that, I was just gonna say, like, I've been looking at Ottawa as much lately with like the way their lines are. It looks like they're kind of experimenting, seeing giving people some chances on the top line with Brady. Uh, Earlier in the season, I was the Brady and Batherson combo was just rolling, but I've kind of looked away from them recently. But I thought it was interesting on the Buffalo side, JJ. He's rolling. He's been doing pretty well lately with some points. Yeah, points by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
So, 8 of his last 10,
Mhm.
3 straight. He's on the second line, but he is on the top power play, which could be beneficial here. You see some green on the Ottawa defense for power play goals and power play points. So, above average target in that category. And you see the 44% for head to head, but if you click into it,
Ooh,
yeah,
it's
he's
all
got
recent.
recent, and in the most recent game, those points, I think there's 2 power play points.
Ooh.
So that is why I'm looking at his point. He's been doing well. I think he's on line with Tuck, and he's been getting some points if I'm not mistaken. So maybe they got a little chemistry going there. And
That's good against Ottawa.
yeah, so that's for the 5-on-5, and then if he goes up, if they get on the power play, JJ will be on the top power play, and you saw that he had a couple there against Ottawa. So
Yeah.
if I'm looking in this game, probably JJ. It's solid point or solid price for like his regular point. Compared to a lot of other lines out there, a lot of parlays I've been doing for points. So when you could see a guy that you can play as a straight play, I always like that. So that's what I was looking at in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, we saw JJ play on that top line with Tage and Tuck for a while. So if they're playing on the second line together, they still got that chemistry. It was weird. We saw JJ kind of go like quiet for a little bit. Where was it? Oh,
yeah, he
was
did.
a stretch like right here. There was like nothing going on. But I mean, he's picking it back up, which is good. Do you want to pull up the line shots?
I got you
on that top line with Tage and them.
Yeah, so
Dylan
right now
Cousins
he's second.
and Zucker.
And then, but if you go to the power play, that's where I think you get the edge there.
For sure.
Over Tuck.
Like
you get the edge. So yeah, that's where I would look.
No, I like it.
Point -111, good number.
That is a very good number. I mean, like especially nowadays, like I feel like you can't really get a point prop that's playable. You usually have to point stack, which is great because you normally get a plus number. But it's nice to see that we're getting a good price on JJ when he's been so good
for Ottawa.
Forsberg, Anton Forsberg. He is in net. We have a saves line actually.
Ooh.
All right, yeah. So, I mean, he's been. I don't have any Senators goals not been struggling. Goalies has been struggling lately. I feel like they're all kind of slipping. So
He's been
Yeah.
quite a bit worse than Allmark too. I know he's out, but more than almost 0.6 goals per game more against for Forsberg. So he's definitely the goalie you want.
yep.
Did you want to? Oh, you're looking at the lines right there. The saves line.
Yeah, I was, but not gonna play. I don't think I'm gonna play anything for that. Have you been venturing into under saves? It feels like that's kind of a heating up market lately. Well,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people doing them, and I think that's a good way to approach it. I've still been sticking with the point stacks and points
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But that is, I think, like an angle to target if you're looking for solid prices. Because I mean, shots just it's not there
They're down.
anymore.
Yeah.
You have guys with like a 50% hit rate who are like minus 160 or something. It's so dumb.
They've just
So
killed it completely.
yeah, so I think it's a good angle. I haven't been playing it, but I know some people who have. Some people do saves. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's a good way to target it. I mean, shots are down all around, um, and yeah, especially if you find one of these goalies who's struggling, you got first of all shots being down, and then he could get pulled or something like that. So
Of course, or injured. I mean, I feel like we've taken 2 under saves on the show, and twice we've taken more than that. Sorry, but 2 times at least that they've gotten hurt or left the game, got pulled, something like that.
yeah,
So that's
you
kind
hate
of
to
nice
see
to see.
that, but it
Of
works for the
course,
bet. So
yeah.
It's a tough
um,
number. 24.5 saves for Forsberg is the line. He's
mhm.
averaging 22.47 saves against per game or saves per game. And Buffalo, as of late, over the last 3 weeks or so, they are second worst in shots for, 24.2 shots for, which is wild. All right, let's look at Tage.
I mean, I'm just going through all here just to see, what's good. I mean, Tage cleared 3 straight, but these 2 last games have been crazy. 26 shot attempts in 2 games. That's a high number. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying play it, but that's some good volume. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he moved to the right wing because Dylan Cousins is top line center now.
That's
So
correct.
maybe I know it was at least last game that they had those lines. So maybe it's been 2 games, and that's kind of relieved the center duty stress out of Tage, and he can rip the puck. So, who is good? A good target for centers? I think it was the Sabres, right? Like,
Yeah.
they allow lots of
So,
centers. So
yeah.
not Ottawa, but I mean, he's the wing anyway. So
I'm not looking at shots.
yeah,
Like, to be honest, I haven't even really dug into that in a bit.
Fair enough.
Do we
Maybe
want to
some
move?
unders. I think there's
I know,
Ooh.
dude. Like, if shots have been so down, we take under saves, but I haven't even thought about taking an under shots yet.
I don't. I guess I'll just wait till we're in the game to bring it up. But
Okay.
there's two undershots I thought looked interesting today.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, why don't we
Yeah, I mean,
keep it moving?
I don't
then?
have anything else, so yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we'll keep it moving. We got a lot of good games to get to. Next up, we got the Boston Bruins at the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa, a minus 165 money line favorite at home. Tampa is the highest scoring team in the league on the year, 3.7 goals for per game. Boston giving up the 14th most goals against. In terms of shots, Tampa is a good target against defensemen and wingers at 9 and 6 respectively. But both of these teams not allowing a ton of shots overall. 28.4 for Tampa, 27 for Boston. In terms of goalies, we have no information on the Boston side. Vasi in net for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We're going to go to Spittin for some recent trends and then look at the props. If you have anything in this game, feel free to pop it in the chat. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at this, Boston's bad on the road, 8-11-2. They've lost 5 straight coming into this game. I mean, 3-5-2 in their last 10, so not good there either. And I mean, we get Tampa at home again. They're just a wagon at home. It seems like year in and year out. 12-6-1, and they've won 3 out of their last 4. I don't know if it's a playable price for Tampa on the money line, but that's definitely something that caught my eye. Nope, 165. Never mind. But I mean, could parlay that with something with a prop that we find in the game.
Yeah, probably just like Gensel point or point, or just point stack those two guys.
Yeah. Because I mean, like Cooch for a point minus like 800, dude.
Yeah, and honestly, he's not. He has. I'm not saying he's been terrible, but just the other guys have been more consistent in recent games. It's surprising when you look at Kucherov and you don't see like 9 out of 10 for his points or something like that. Or I'm not saying he's doing bad or anything, but the other guys have been just as consistent, I would say, recently, and are just better prices. So it just makes more sense to use them, in my opinion.
Gensel's actually better than Cooch in the last 10 for getting points.
Yeah, he's got the recent hit rate. The head-to-head looks nice.
4 straight.
And yeah, all 3 of those guys are on the same line. So you
all
like
correlated.
one of them, you like the other. Power play, all that. That's probably where another good spot for them. If you look at the Boston defense right there in that box, there's green for power play goals and power play points. So that could be where Tampa gets it done in this one, and it's likely one of those 3 guys.
Point is just insane for getting points. I mean, he's really putting that last name to work. Like 2 games this season on the road without a point.
He's been really good on the road. He's still good at home, but
89%.
I was surprised by that. Been a lot of goals on the road too. I think more than at home, but obviously his point is fine. I think his line is 1.5 on some places.
It is, yeah. Point. I just bought it down here.
Yeah, so you would, you would need a book with an alt line or something like that if you wanted to pair him with Jake.
Yeah, let's just see on 365 what you can do. Minus 125.
Probably going to be minus. Yeah. I mean, it's very correlated. Or like you said, if you like Tampa money line, you can put some of those guys in there who you think will get it done to help them win.
Point Gensel for point and Tampa money lines plus 145. If you want to just do Gensel and the money line, it's plus 105. So, I mean, you can get some plus money value there on some trends that we like. Not bad. Anything? I mean, I'm assuming you didn't look at shots in this one either.
No, I wasn't really. I wasn't really digging into them. And at this game, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad game or anything. Just in terms of like prices on everything, it's like I said, you got to be doing a lot of parlays, and even then, like the point parlay was minus money. So I didn't. I'll have to see if there's like any boosts or something. Maybe there's like one of those SGV boosts, and you can look at them there and get some good value or something.
I'll throw one out there before we move on. Tampa, I have them as 6th most shots against as of late, 30.9. So we'll say 31. Can you pull up Brad Marchand's shot chart?
Oh yeah, he's been good.
6 straight.
It's a decent price, which is the only reason I wanted to flag it. So decent volume. Sure. He's got 6 or more in 5 straight games, attempts wise.
Pass has been shooting a lot too, outside of last game where he just had 1. But I mean, what is that, 6 straight as well? And his volume's great. Kind of juicy at the minus 140 line, but thought that was good for how he's doing, and he's actually better on the road. He's cleared in 6 straight, 67% on the season. Another one I want to talk about is, I mean, point. It just seems like an auto bet for me whenever he's at home. Like on the road, he's only clearing 33% of games, but at home it's 75. Like he just always seems to shoot at home, kind of regardless of the matchup. So he might, and I mean, you're getting a pretty decent price at the -120 for shots nowadays when a guy's clearing 75% in his location. So that might be a play.
Yeah.
What did the Bruins rank for centers?
For centers, I have the Bruins at 27th, 8.8.
Okay.
For what it's worth, Tampa second worst against left wingers. So makes the Marchand.
Aren't
play
Tampa
a little
bad to
bit better.
D too?
Yeah, fifth worst.
All right, let's look at McAvoy.
In the last 10, that is.
I mean, I just can never find myself playing McAvoy for shots. Ever.
I agree.
Yeah. He's got decent hit rate, but I don't think we need to spend too much more time on it.
All right.
I mean, I think if you're looking at the prices and stuff, Brad looked pretty solid.
Yeah.
It could be frustrating sometimes, but this is probably going to be a chippy game, and
he thrives.
that'll get power play. Yeah, there's going to be power play shots for these guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fun fact: Pasternak actually leads the whole NHL in power play shots.
Oh yeah.
So
Nice.
if we're expecting a lot of power plays, a lot of chippy game, like a rivalry game, these two teams don't like each other. Pasternak.
Yeah, you see a lot of green in the head-to-head for these players on these teams for shots and stuff. Pasta, Brad, Jake. I think Point had some green. Yeah, it's just probably going to be a good game here.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun facts, Tampa is one of 3 teams with 2 20-goal scorers. Can anyone name the other 2? That's Point and Gensel, for the record. 2 other teams.
So you asked if we could guess any of them, and then you just told us the answer.
The other two.
Point and Gensel are the players. Can you
Oh.
guess the other 2 teams that have 2 20-goal scorers so far?
My bad. I thought you said they had 2, and then listed.
I won't be able to guess.
I'm not going to ruin the game like that. Come on. Okay, Walla passes to Spittin.
Oh God. I mean,
Smart play in Family Feud. It's pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it over to him.
Okay, are they playing today?
That's a good question.
If you
One
say one of them.
is
Yeah, God.
yeah, one is.
Well, I want to say Draisaitl because he leads the league, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. David's not scoring like that. Hyman isn't. Just looking here.
They're both Canadian teams. That's your hint.
Oh. Okay, Toronto?
Nylander, and Tavares.
Oh, I would have said Marner because he's been scoring lately, but then the other one is the only other. Oh, Ottawa? No. Maybe? Was it Edmonton?
Only one was playing today, right?
Not Edmonton, no. Yeah,
Only one was playing today.
So it's Winnipeg.
Oh, okay. Kyle Connor.
And Mark Scheifele. Walla got it. Yeah, Winnipeg. Mark Scheifele, sneaky good season.
Let's go Walla.
Well done.
Did it.
All right, let's keep it moving.
So we like
Next up.
Marchand on this, some point stacks with on the Tampa side, maybe, and maybe point shots.
Okay.
Because he's at home, but
he is at home. Man, it feels like he could also go like 2 shots, 2 goals and miss.
I think I've bet on him when he's done that. So
he's crazy efficient. Anyways, keep it moving. Next up, we've got the New Jersey Devils at the New York Rangers. Devils 11th most goals for. Rangers 13th most goals against. Both these teams shooting about 30 shots per game. Devils allowing 25.4 shots per game on the season. That's good for second best or second fewest. Rangers allowing 31.4, third most in the league. They're also giving up tons of shots to centers and wingers. Devils are not a team you want to target shots on. And Devils crushing it on the power play. We're going to go to Spittin for some team trends, and then we can look at some player props. Oh, before we do that, though, goaltenders. What do we got? No information on the Devils side of things. Igor back for the Rangers. Makes it a little bit exciting. Spittin, in terms of trends, what do we got for the Devils and the Rangers?
I think I just got something 22 minutes ago. Markstrom starting tonight.
Oh,
according to Daily according to
Faster.
Daily Faceoff Fantasy Twitter.
Okay, there we go. And we do have a
But
line
yeah.
for Markstrom, but not Igor.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking at that. I mean, Devils are pretty good on the road, 13-9. They've won just one straight, 5-5. I mean, they had that terrible, terrible losing streak. What did they go? All of California without a win, and then I don't even know if they beat. They might have beat Seattle. Yeah, they did. But I mean, the Rangers have just been a dumpster fire, and they're not good in Madison Square Garden. 8-9-2. They've lost one straight. 3-6-1 last 10. But the under has hit. You know, you kind of look at these teams and high flying offenses. But the under's hitting 4 out of the last 5. So that's about all I got here. I mean, you just said Markstrom, and I just immediately, I don't have a line here for him. What do you have?
24.5. Minus
You're on
125.
Brett.
No, but like I go to saves, and then it would load
if
here.
Yeah, if it was just confirmed recently, it might not have populated yet.
Yeah,
Might need to do a whole refresh. But
it's only been 20 minutes, so that's fair.
Yeah.
Yes, I have minus 125 to the under 24.5.
I mean, I kind of like that. The Devils are not allowing a lot of shots.
23.8 shots against over their last 10. It's crazy.
But I feel like the Rangers have been kind of shooting more, right? Lately.
They have.
So, and I mean, they're normally down, so they kind of have to shoot, but yeah, I don't know. That's something I'm definitely keeping my eye on, and hopefully while we're talking about it, it'll come up, and then we can take a look at it. But was this one of the undershots that you were thinking about, Walla? Jesper Bratt? Yeah.
No, it was on the Rangers side.
Ooh, all right.
So if we remember last year, Trocheck was like the home. He was a home guy. If you look at his chart from last year and go home, he had a 65% hit rate for shots. But this season, it's 32% at home. And he's also only 6 in his last 21 meetings with the Devils. He's only gone over 6 times. So, tough matchup for him, bad history, low hit rate at home. And with, like I was saying, you find a guy who's going under or looks like a good under for a shot. So oftentimes it's like minus 150, minus 160 or parlay piece. So playable price as a solo, it's not a good spot for him. And like I said, flip flop from last season where at home he was shooting, and this season it's just reversed. So I was looking at him for possible, under there.
Yeah, I mean, 32% at home, 62% on the road, completely flipped,
complete opposite of last season.
Yeah, which is weird because normally a guy will just stay consistent year in and year out, and where they get a lot of their shots.
They've just, they've been struggling, really bad. Have they had consistent lines throughout the season? I feel like
I think his line at like Panarin, Lafreniere, and Trocheck is the only one. Like Zibanejad and Kreider have been split up. Will Cooley's getting some run. Filipino's getting some run.
It hasn't been doing him too well when they're at home. So
for sure, for sure.
If that's the same, setup, then yeah, I haven't played many unders this season. I played like earlier on. I was playing Stamkos unders on his shots for a bit. It was a good price, and he wasn't he took some time to settle in there, so that was good. But I was looking at this one. I am contemplating it. Just seems like a bad spot. He goes over, and you just move on. You don't have to wait the whole game like an over bet or something like that. Yeah, it's just the bet's a winner until it's not.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that. Like, I mean, you start the game and you've won your bet, so you progressively lose it as it goes on.
I want to highlight something.
Stays quiet.
Yeah. I want to highlight something quick. So New York, as of late, third most goals against, 3.89, third most shots against, 31.4, first most power plays against, 3.67 per game, and they have
Rempe.
fourth.
He's playing today.
We'll double check that,
Oh,
but yeah,
God.
fourth worst PK at under 70%. So I don't know which players you want to target on New Jersey, but points and power play points are definitely in play.
Is who's on the top power play aside from
Here I got you
Hughes
right
and
here.
Bratt and
Hughes, Bratt, Heischer. Let me guess, Nason and Hamilton.
dang it, put Luke up there.
Number 2. Yeah.
I'm playing Luke's point.
Yeah. I mean, anybody for a point that you like, this is the good spot to do
Yeah.
it. So
Are you playing?
So
yeah, I'm just not power play point, just regular point.
Yeah, no, regular point. I mean, he's on power play too, so that
Yeah.
doesn't. Yeah, I'm just looking
Doesn't
at
help.
his. He's 5 last 10, 6 of his last 10 on the road, but it's if you go to the head-to-head last few games, I think he's 5 assists in his last 3 against the Rangers. So,
And you're getting a great price.
yeah, it's really I'm going for the price. You could go assist if you want,
Mhm.
because that's
Gonna
what they
beef it
all
up.
are, and he probably, it's probably an assist. 5 was still fine, just in case, because Rangers just let up so many shots. I wouldn't be surprised if he, could get a nice shot off or something. So that's why I went with point. But
Mhm.
I know everybody's gonna be on Jack, which is fine. He's got a ton of history there. I just think that Luke is he's trying to be like his brother uh, against the Rangers.
He
I
can
think he's
try.
taken over. I'm just saying against the Rangers, he's taken the the family, the hatred that Jack has, and the motivation. It
Yeah.
seems to be flowing through him as well with those last few games. And I don't care if Igor's in net.
yeah, he hasn't been
He's
good
been
this
letting
year.
goals. Yeah.
He hasn't been good.
Thank God he
especially with
signed
how
his
many shots they
contract
let up.
early.
That's not going to help him out. You've seen that happen to like the Ducks goalies in past seasons where they could be giving up like 3, almost 4 goals a game. I think it was like Gibson one year where he was giving up like high 3 point something average, but his save percentage was still really good. It was just like 44 shots, dude. Give me a break. So
Yeah.
yeah,
What do you want me to do?
yeah, I could still stop 40 of them, but that's good.
And
What about
just think,
no love for your boy here, Walla? Timo?
I haven't been. I've been looking for, I guess, more consistency. Again, I don't do shots. What are his
Yeah.
points like?
Minus
I
185
think
for the
he's been
under.
all right against the Rangers since he joined the Devils. If you switch to the, not a great history overall, but those
Yeah.
recent games were when he was on the Devils,
For sure.
the rivalry.
3 points last 3 games, so that's good.
It's just that these players click into that mode against the Rangers.
For sure.
I don't hate
mean,
it.
When he was in San Jose, like he's got great numbers against the Ducks, against the Kings. So, I mean, maybe he just gets up for those rivalry games. Stefan Nason for a point. You're getting a pretty good price. He hasn't got one in 3 straight, but I'm pretty sure he's still playing high in the lineup. If he's not, he's on that top power play.
He's first line with Meyer and Heischer.
Yeah, so that's good. The only thing is like that I'm worried about. I mean, I took Meyer for a point, and then I watched the game, and I realized like he's playing with Heischer. That's the shutdown line. So that's going to be going up against Panarin and Trocheck and Lafreniere. Like, are they really going to be getting a lot of offensive zone time? Probably, but it's not going to be all the time like you would normally see like Jack Hughes and Bratt and that line get. So that do you guys like take that into consideration at all?
I think it's relevant. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
if you're aware of those types of matchups and how they're using people, I definitely think that's relevant. If you think that they've been getting utilized more lately to you know for less offensive prowess and actually shutting guys down, then yeah, I mean, I think it's relevant. I think that this matchup is fine for most guys on the Devil side. I think
Yeah.
they'll step up.
And
Shout out
Rempe-
Goody. He's always one that's checking that out.
And Rempe is in the lineup tonight.
Oh, perfect. But let's look at power play points then.
They just want him to beat somebody up.
Yeah.
They're gonna have him just try to, get one of the guys in the box, take somebody off the ice, and I think the
Yeah.
Rangers have a winning record with him in the lineup, which is funny considering how often he ends up
Plays.
not on the ice.
Yeah.
Like in the games, like he's in the games, he's in the lineup in the games, and they have like a winning record, I believe, or at least they did,
Mhm.
before this terrible season.
Terrible
Uh,
stretch.
but he's always getting ejected or in the box, so it's just fun. It's just funny how that works. I guess he does fire him up.
He averages 6 minutes per game and 6 penalty minutes per game too.
Yeah, he's gonna get in a fight.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I don't know if any.
Nothing really stands out, unfortunately.
No, but you could just throw a dart.
We should
Yeah, I'm
keep
going
it moving. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got
Maybe
a lot of
Trocheck
games.
under.
All right.
So there you go. A couple options there. Next up, we've got the Dallas Stars at the Philadelphia Flyers. Dallas a -160 money line favorite on the road. Both of these teams scoring over 3 goals a game, the top 15. Flyers allowing the third most goals against on the season, 3.6. Dallas third most shots for. Neither of these teams giving up a ton of shots against, though. Both 25 and 28, bottom of the league. So good at preventing shots. Yeah, we'll throw it to Spittin for some team history. We got a question in the chat as well, so we will get to that right after we get this history.
Ooh, yeah, right on.
I forgot about the comments tab.
So Dallas, I mean, not great on the road, much better home team, but they've won 5 straight. They're 7-2-1 last 10. They're rolling right now. They're buzzing. Philly's not. They're 8-10-1 at home. They've lost 3 straight, and even head to head, the Stars have won 7 out of the last 8, and the under is actually hitting 4 out of the last 5. And Dallas is a good under team lately. It's at 6.5 today, so they've only gone over in 2 out of their last 10. So could look at the under. But I mean, I just like the Dallas side, of course. You can't play it straight, but that could be a parlay piece with the Tampa Bay money line if you're liking that as well.
And your goalies, Casey DeSmith for the Stars, Urson for the Flyers. Our question, Ben or Robertson point?
So I just want to show you this. Guess which game I bet Ben to get 1 point.
Hold on, you didn't switch your screen.
Fuck, I always do this.
He's good. Really good.
Oh, is it that game against, was that Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wyatt
Of
got the
course
point
it
and
is.
then he didn't, and then
Yeah.
the last game Ben got the point and Wyatt didn't. I'm aware because I had that point parlay.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Ben, I would probably just lean Ben because you're getting the better price, -132. That's still playable. Obviously, you can't play the -180. You could parlay it, but I would probably lean Ben. I mean, you're still getting the good deployment. He's on the top or second line with Wyatt and Duchesne, I believe. And then on the top power play as well.
Okay, so there you go.
But I'm pretty sure Philly's allowing like the first or second most goals against over the last 10, according to shotprops.com. So
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
First.
if you want a
first.
straight play, I would go Ben.
Mhm.
I'm on Robertson point. I parlayed it with Rupe, who's not as consistent, but it's just
It's the correlation.
correlation there.
Yeah.
That's how I've been doing things lately. The start of the season for me was not the best. I think I never got like super far down negative. I got down to like minus maybe like 10 units in the beginning of the season, and that was using a lot of stuff we were looking at last year. And then since I've adjusted to doing more point parlays and stuff like that, I've gotten back into the green, up a couple units. I'm not having a fantastic season by any means.
I don't think
but
anybody is, dude. Like, it's been rough this year.
Like I'm saying, you bet and you see what's going on and you make adjustments with what you're seeing. Shots are down, but guys are still getting their goals. So That's why I've adjusted to this. So you get a lot of splits in them, but they're plus money. So you don't need to. You only got to hit a couple to make it worth it. So I went with Rupe and Robertson. They both, I think Robertson's 5 of 6 against Philly. Rupe's 4 of 5. Robertson's
Yeah.
been looking a lot better lately. I mean, he was a staple for like points or shots in seasons past, and he was a little bit. He definitely wasn't consistent, but if you see in these last 5 games, it's not even just 1 point. It's 2
4
plus and
multi-point games. Yeah.
yeah, 4 multi-point games. The nice history versus Philly, and then I think if you switch to away, he's got a few straight. Yeah,
3 straight,
so
4 of the last 5 as well. 2 of
away.
those being multi-point. Yeah.
Fine on the road, so I like him in a road matchup against Philly. And yeah, like I said, I went with Rupe just because he's got 4 points in his last 4 games, I believe, overall.
Yep. 4 points
Yeah,
last 4.
so
6.
it
His
came out to be
last 5.
plus 140 on Bet 365, which I thought was interesting because Robertson and Ben parlayed was a lower odds, and they're on different lines. They're both top power play, so there is still the chance that they can be get it together. I just thought it was interesting that it was a better price for Hintz, who's like always on the ice with Robertson, or most of the time.
Yeah, and I
even
guess
in
that's
Town,
where
so.
like the books don't really take that into consideration much, I guess, because why would that be the case?
I get it in terms of their recent hit rates. Why why Ben, he's been doing really well. I just was surprised based on the correlation and the different lines that it was a like plus 120 or something like that for Ben and Robertson. But I got it. It was like plus 140 or 145 for those guys. And Philly's third most goals allowed. So I just, and if you see again the power play and the power play points, they're pretty average. You got the gray, just if you want to just look at things quick on props.cash. You see Philly, it's gray, it's not green for power play goals or power play points. So the Ben and Robertson connection, while it could happen, I would be more enticed by that if there was like a ton of green under the power play section, since they're on different lines. So yeah, I thought plus 140-ish was good price for those guys to get involved here.
Great price. I mean, what if we went crazy and just did 2 point stacks? You go Robertson and Hintz and Johnston and Ben, because Johnston is.
I just want to hit this time because
I just want to highlight time, guys. We have 15 minutes left, and we're through 4 games.
All right. Let's speed it up. We got to speed it up.
So let's get to the plays. If there's any points we want to highlight, absolutely. But yeah, if you have any, if you want any more analysis,
show in so long.
No, you're good. You're good. We've all been chatting. Good to catch up with you too, buddy.
I always kind of forget that this is Shots' lunch break, and he has an hour. And that's
I'm happy to dedicate it out. Hey, I'm just saying we might not get to every game. I just want to flag that. So
we'll get through. Do you have anything else here?
I was just going to say
tons of points.
No line yet, but Casey DeSmith saves was a nice play last time he was in net. Yeah, it could be good. Dallas is not allowing many shots. Philly's not shooting a lot. Just keep an eye on that one when it comes out.
Yeah, the under trends. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Next up, it's a fun one. We got the Edmonton Oilers at the Pittsburgh Penguins. If there's any games where you're like, I'm just not interested in talking about it, just say it right off the top and we can just skip it. I don't think this will be one of them, though. Oilers, big money line favorite, minus 215, 220, depending on your books. Pittsburgh is a good matchup for everything offensive. They give up shots, they give up goals. They're good against every positional group. And Oilers are scoring a lot and shooting a lot. And we got a question, Leon Shots. So we'll take a look at that one in just a moment. Leon scoring 1 out of every 4 shots. It is ridiculous. We'll go to Spittin' for some trends.
Oilers great road record, 11-5-2. I mean, just what I'm looking at here, 4 straight wins for the Oilers, 4 straight losses for the Penguins. Head-to-head, Oilers have won 7 of the last 7 against the Penguins. So, I mean, I keep saying this, but good money line parlay piece. Maybe do it with the Stars, do it with the Lightning, build a big one there. Should be good.
And your goalies, Skinner confirmed for the Oilers, Nedeljkovic in net for the Penguins. And I do have like a hard out at the end of the hour, but if you guys want to keep going, by all means, if you have time, I'm sure the people will love it.
All right. Well,
there's no cap on the show, just on my time. Leon.
I thought you looked all right for some shots. Again, minus 152 is, I wouldn't play that straight. Maybe you could put him with a point or something. I think he should get back on track. Did he have a point? Was it last game he went without a point?
It was, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I needed that.
Yeah, same.
I had him with like McDavid and Werenski, and that was a bummer.
Oh, no.
But yeah, so probably bounce back. I mean, it's such a good matchup. He'll probably get back involved. McDavid has nice history with 2+ points in a few games against the Penguins, so they likely get it done. And if they get they always the power play numbers here. It's not green, but it's the Oilers who, when they get on the power play, it's hard to stop Dry McDavid. So,
if you, just to the commenter, if you wanted to go 3+ shots for Draisaitl and a point, that's minus 110 on 365. I just want to look at this. He's only gone twice this season in where he didn't get a point in back-to-back games. So likely he'll get a point. I mean, the point straight's minus 380. So obviously, it's likely that that's going to happen, especially against the Penguins, who are allowing quite a few goals. But yeah, is there anything else? I just kind of want to make sure we got shots for as long as possible.
Did you look at Bunting Point? I know a lot of people have been riding that
hot.
one.
Yeah, he's been good lately.
Good price. Write that one.
Yeah, I guess it's just based on the matchup. The overall numbers for Edmonton, like 8th against goals on the season. So you get you get maybe a little bit better prices against them than you would elsewhere. I thought Hyman's been down on the third line lately. He's still been getting some points, and then there's the chance for power play. He's not an awful price if you want to. Yeah, again, he's not on the top line. Wasn't on the top line, but he's still been getting his.
Great history. 8 out of the last 10. 2 multi-point games in there.
Still
Head-to-head.
Power play advantage on the top power play. So, but yeah, that was it for me. I like the matchup. It's just price-wise, everything's it's tough.
Yeah.
Bouchard's an all right price. He's been getting shots. I think he's 7 of his last 10. And it's good matchup for a defenseman.
Attempts are pretty good.
A possible solo play look for shots there.
A little bit better on the road, too.
Else.
Yeah, I'm good to move.
That's a fun one. Yeah, let's keep it moving.
I definitely want to get through all the games before shots got to go.
Same.
Next up, we got the Kraken at the Blue Jackets. Kraken minus 125 money line favorite on the road. Blue Jackets scoring a ton, letting up a ton of goals, shooting a ton of shots, letting up a ton of shots. They are good against centers. Kraken pretty decent defensively, though they do give up the 12th most goals against on the season. Spittin, we'll go to you for some trends. I will pull up your goaltenders.
Yeah, I mean, this is another game like we saw the previous two, where there's a team on a winning streak facing a team on a losing streak. What kind of breaks here, or does it just keep riding out? Columbus have won 2 straight. Kraken have lost 3 straight. Kraken are much worse on the road, 8-11. Columbus is much better at home, 13-5-3. Head-to-head, Seattle's actually won 5 straight, which I think is kind of reflected in the money line right now, because you see the Kraken at minus 125 favorites and underdogs at home with that record on a 2-game winning streak are the Columbus Blue Jackets, plus 105. You kind of talked about scoring a ton, allowing a ton. I mean, Columbus are 8-1-1 to the over 6 in their last 10 games. So that couldn't be more true. They're scoring a ton, allowing a lot. So this should be a bettor's matchup for a bettor's dream matchup for props.
And if what is it? Is it Decord? How do you pronounce it? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Am I right?
nailed it.
Okay. Yeah, if he's back in net, he's a solid goaltender for sure. But there's going to be some rust. And before he got injured, there's a few games where he let up 3 goals, which is not terrible, but it's definitely room for props on the other side if they score 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm just going to jump into stuff right here, if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
Save some time. On the Kraken side, I'm on Dunn Point. He's got 70% hit rate on the road. I think 4 of his last 5 versus Columbus, and just they're letting up the second most goals a game. Dunn's, a really driving force for the Kraken. So he was at minus 115 for a point. That's a great price in this matchup. So I played him. The Columbus side, it's the big play of the day that everybody's on. Fantilli Point, he is up on the top line now with Voronkov and Marchenko. He was already getting some points heading into this matchup. You see there, 4 points his last 3 games. And now he's going to be top line, top power play. Monahan's out. I think I saw that Sillinger might not even play. So this
Gotta rely on him.
This guy could be playing a lot. And when his other season, when he was introduced into the lineup, he was a spark. I remember playing him for some shots and stuff. So I think he's going to get it done here. His point was plus 132 on Bet365 earlier. So I definitely played that. Just the opportunity is way too good. And you could go crazy. You could like so much in this game. The Voronkov Marchenko stack's been great. Werenski is pretty much the closest to a sure thing at home that you can get this season for props. So there's a lot to like in this game. I'll definitely have Werenski in something, maybe use him with a couple other juice players from other games that I want to dabble on, like Jack Hughes Point or something like that, or something. You can make a nice little parlay there. They've just been so good. This game, I think, will be fun.
Yeah, I think so too. Just one that you didn't. You kind of talked about Werenski. He's been great. I played him against Pittsburgh. It was a good matchup. It was on the road though, and he missed. But
what was his attempts?
I don't think very good. Oh, he had 5. So
for him, you think it's like 5, but that's 5's all right. He should bounce back and
for sure. And I'm just checking shot props right now, and I'm pretty sure the Kraken are bad against defensemen over the last 10.
You could, if you want to see the season, you could click onto it there. Props next to forward and defense. We could take a look. If you wanted to, 20. That season though, I think they might have loosened up a little bit lately.
Yeah, but that's the only reason I'm checking.
I like it for a point for sure.
Yeah, that's a good parlay piece. I mean, we highlighted a lot of other good point plays, especially in Tampa. I think everybody's on Fantilli for a point. I am too. Like
that's just one price. Of those everybody's on it, and it's not like somebody's copying. So it's just this is the spot. It's such a good opportunity. Price and everything like that. So
totally.
Yeah, everybody should be on it. If it loses, it loses. But
it's the right side to be on for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you highlighted a lot of good things there, but I am ready to move.
Yep. We got a speed run these last 3 games. What even are these last 3 games?
I think Toronto, Carolina. Is Shot Props talking? Is he here? Is he live? Oh, he's talking. We're not getting anything though. Right on. Well,
I'm not too interested in this matchup.
Toronto,
There's a lot of
Carolina.
nice hit rates for
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't know. I like other
Here we
spots,
go.
so I didn't do anything here personally.
I can hear you now, Shots. Yeah, I mean that's fair. The neither team are really big targets. I'm not like going into a slate being like, oh yeah, I got to target this guy playing against Carolina. Like no, nobody's ever saying that, so I can move on as well. If
Toronto looks pretty good recently, which is
yep, they've won 5 straight.
it's hard to ever trust them, but they look
I
good.
know for sure. Carolina, they're great at home, 15-5 on the season. They've won 4 straight against Toronto too, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, I mean, let's move on. Let's not waste any time here.
Spittin', can you head to props.cash real quick? I just want to highlight something.
Yep.
We got a line. Can you go to Dallas, Philly?
Oh, hello.
Got my DeSmith line.
Dang.
Oh, you might have to refresh. It's definitely there.
You're gonna have to refresh if you've been on the page for a while now.
Fair.
Yeah, the line just got announced. So
there we go. Woo! That's high.
So under 25.5. What is it?
9
Dallas,
of the last 10.
Dallas only allowing 24 shots against per game, and Philly's only shooting 27 per game on top, and they average 3 goals with that, which would still be under. So a team that doesn't shoot a lot, great defensive team. I'm playing that one for sure. Minus
yeah,
120.
that's a good one. Oh, let's check Markstrom now that we're here. 4 straight. Misses on the road, which is pretty good. Last 10, only gone over once.
The Rangers do shoot, though. That's my only concern.
Yeah,
anyways. Wow.
You got anything in these other games? Ducks, Blues, Avs, Wild? The Ducks, I need Terry to be in the lineup to really want to mess around with them.
He was out because he had a kid, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to play him when he comes back.
Absolutely.
He's already been, and it's not solely because he's gonna have the dad strength. He's been good. So when he comes back in, I'll take a look at him. But I until he's back for sure, I want confirmation. If that happened while I was on the show, then maybe that's nice. But either way, blue side. Well, you got Thomas and Booch and Carew.
Yeah,
that's
Kyrie got bumped up. Don't love that. He was a road warrior or a home warrior. Fucking sorry, jeez.
He's slipping.
I know. Push for time. He's good.
We're gonna lose our PG rating.
I know. Jesus.
No, we get 1. No, that's for
PG-13. PG-13. Yeah, that's okay.
That's cool.
And then Jackson Lacombe for a point. Ray and I played him Tuesday. He's having
look at that.
He's playing well. St. Louis allowing 3 goals against per game. Middle of the pack. So not a huge matchup to target, but he's playing well. Plus 154. So I'll write that.
Avs Wild.
It's a back-to-back for the Avs. Check out Ross Colton. I know we mentioned him in our text chain yesterday, Spittin'. And then do you know how
to heck yeah.
You did hit. Do you know how to do the without players?
Yeah.
So take out Drouin and Nichushkin.
Those are going to be the beginning of the season games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's on a different line.
He's
not playing with McKinnon anymore.
It could be under injuries if it's officially an injury. Yeah, there's Drouin.
There's Val. And
yeah.
Like his chart's
crazy,
unbelievable.
Crazy.
So different spot. I like I said, he's not playing with McKinnon and Rantanen, but he got it done yesterday.
I mean that's kind of what I talked to Shots about yesterday. Like, look at when the games were. Like he was on the top line, and like I think the last one here is October 28th. So there's only really been one
Time.
recently. But I mean, he still did well.
Minnesota, 8th most shots against over their last 10, 30.3.
Yeah, I was gonna say they've recently been a little loose.
Slipping.
I'm gonna cram in one thing here before we gotta go. In this the last game would be the Vegas game. The other shot under that stood out to me was Barzal. Under 2.5 was a playable price, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it might be because his shot attempts are a little bit up right now, but
Mhm.
I just thought that was an interesting one. He's not a guy who is a crazy shooter by any means, and it's not a fantastic matchup, and it was a playable under price, so
Yeah.
that was interesting to me.
And
And
he's
the
worse
Vegas
on the
power
road.
play has a chance to get back on track in this matchup.
For sure. They're like, I think they're the worst, aren't they? Them are the Flames.
The Islanders have been bad on the penalty
Yeah.
kill, and Vegas was like automatic on the power play for a while. And I think if you look at some of their charts recently, it's kind of not as great as we were seeing in the beginning. But this could be that get right spot, and they're good prices. I mean, plus 215. I think
For
they'll get the
penalty kills,
chances.
like that's in the 60s, like that's bad.
It's bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad. So maybe not the most enticing charts, but really good spot. And earlier in the season, you wouldn't have been getting plus 200 for for like a stone power play point.
No,
That would have been
not
in the
at all.
hundreds. So
Yeah.
looks pretty
So
good if you want
not a
to
bad
take that
bounce back
risk.
spot.
Yeah, if you
I like
want to
it.
take the call that it's going to bounce back.
Yeah, don't mind it. How we doing, shots?
No, we're good. We're good.
All right, cool.
I'm just seeing if anything stands out to me.
Yeah, if you guys got anything else, I just wanted to get my last thoughts in there.
100%.
Yeah, no, that's good. Any matchups that you think are good to target here, goals wise or points wise or shots wise over these last 3 games that we kind of sped through?
I might just see how things go and look at them. Some points in that Vegas game. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the spot that they can get some stuff going when they get the man advantage, and I just gotta look at their lines because there's always like some random dude who's with Jack and Stone, and they
Olofsson
produce
or
a lot of
Orfaev,
it.
like
Yeah, so I'd want to take a look at who might be bumped up or what when they have their official lines.
yeah, we won't get that till later, of course.
Mhm.
Devon Taves have been really good lately. Just want to shout that out because I've been on my car lately, and Taves has been the one. Taves has been the one doing all the work. So
Yesterday was ugly. I mean,
yeah,
Colorado's on the back-to-back, but it was so ugly that I feel like it doesn't it like resets, if that makes sense. Like it's not a normal back-to-back. It's like a I feel like
they're not coming off a win and just tired. You know, they're pissed off because they lost.
Yeah, or like a
the
loss
worst
against
team
a
in the
good
league.
team.
Yeah,
That was embarrassing. So
yeah.
And
gotta
Chicago had
restart
one taken away too. Like they scored one that was taken back.
I actually do have to get going too. So
yeah,
Cool.
Well,
Right on.
thank you so much for making time. It was great chatting with you.
yeah, it was fun.
Where can people find your work if they enjoyed seeing your content today?
Yeah, you could go on X at Wallabets. You could check out the Props.cash daily NHL trends articles, and if you're on a Discord or whatever, I have a Discord called the Mosh Pick, and that's where I hang out and post data and plays and stuff. So
love it. Thank you. Spittin', where can people find your content?
You can find my work at Spittin' Picklets on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. All my picks in the Cook the Books Discord, and all my written content at Canucks Army.
And you can find me at ShotProps on Twitter /X and ShotProps.com. Please make sure you follow at Wallabets. Thank you so much for making time. Great catching up. Good luck tonight, everybody. We will see you soon.
see you guys.
next Tuesday.